Hiss, at the mountain gate of Feishenzong, there was a sound of gasping for air. Under the shocked gazes of these guarding disciples, Li Su had already walked deep into Feishenzong. Unexpectedly, senior brother Li has achieved gold core. Yeah, it's too fast, he was only Foundation establishment 50 years ago. Foundation establishment at 100 years old, gold core at 150 years old, it's incredible. This is the legendary thick accumulation. After Li Su Li left, several disciples at the mountain gate watched Li Su's background and discussed in shock. They were both shocked and envious. Gold core period. The disciples here, except for one disciple in the Foundation establishment period, are all in the Qi refining period. It is impossible for an elder in the gold core period to come to guard the mountain gate. There is a large formation outside. If it is an enemy, even if the formation is not fully activated, ordinary enemies will not break through it so quickly, which is enough for Feishenzong to react. Therefore, it is enough to have a disciple of the Foundation establishment period guarding him. It's too low. These disciples in the Qi refining period are still a little bit uneasy about whether they can even establish the Foundation establishment. Li Su is now in the gold core phase. Not only has the strength of the cultivation base improved greatly, but the lifespan has more than doubled compared to the Foundation establishment period. How can this not be enviable? The disciple of the Foundation establishment late stage was also very envious, still regretting that he was stunned just now, and didn't have time to congratulate Li Su. When Li Su Li opens Feishenzong, he must congratulate and flatter him. Brother Li is probably going to become an elder. This Foundation establishment late stage disciple thinks. In Feishenzong, elders are all gold core cultivators. Of course, the same gold core stage cultivator, early stage, middle stage, and late stage are also very different. In fact, it is the first floor, the second floor, and the third floor, and the gap is also huge. But this time Li Su broke through the gold core stage and reached a new level. It is very possible to become an elder. Soon, Li Su came all the way to the main hall. Along the way, I met some disciples in the Qi refining period, but the news had not yet spread, and these disciples in the Qi refining period could not accurately perceive the changes in Li Su. Everyone feels that Li Su has changed a lot, giving people a feeling like when they usually meet elder. But they are not like the Foundation establishment disciples, who can make bold guesses. Senior brother Li gave me a completely different feeling today. Yeah, when I saw him, I felt like looking up. After meeting Li Su, the two disciples of the refining period discussed in a low voice. The disciples of the Foundation establishment period did not meet them. Except for the disciples on duty, most of the disciples of the Foundation establishment period were immersed in cultivation. The higher the cultivation base, the longer the training time will be. It is very difficult for a disciple in the Qi refining period to be like a disciple in the Foundation establishment period, who can do closed-door training for several years or more at a time. They usually come out for a walk every few days, or a little longer, and then continue to practice. Please inform me that disciple Li Su is coming to meet the head. At the main hall, Li Su said to a female disciple on duty. The master should be behind the mountain. The female disciple went down to report. Brother. After a while, the head of the sect hadn't come yet, but Su Yun did. She didn't know where she got the news from. As soon as he came, Su Yun noticed the change in Li Su. Master. Brother, have you reached the gold core period? Su Yun was stunned. Li Su smiled. Yes, junior sister. The expression on Su Yun's face suddenly became very interesting. The reason why it is interesting is that it is obvious that she was very happy when she heard the news. This was her subconscious reaction. She was immediately happy for Li Su. But after she was happy, Su Yun remembered the bet between Li Su and the head. Li Su won this time. Isn't she going to marry her? In fact, even if he loses, marry her too. This time, this lovely little junior sister became shy. Feeling ashamed and happy at the same time, it seems that these little junior sisters are even more lovely. Congratulations, brother. After a while, Su Yun restrained her embarrassment and congratulated Li Su. Are you in the gold core period? A voice sounded. The boss is here. Li Su turned his head to look, and the leader in white appeared not far away. She had already confirmed it from Li Su's aura. The master's gaze was bright, and obvious surprise could be seen inside. Obviously, she also didn't expect that Li Su would reach the gold core stage so soon. It is still more than a year before she makes a bet with Li Su. In the past 5 years, the head of the sect still wondered where Li Su's confidence came from in his spare time. The time she was looking forward to was when the 5-year period expired. But he never thought that he would meet Li Su so soon. Moreover, Li Su is already in the breakthrough gold core period. The breath is pure, the real essence is vigorous, it is indeed the gold core period. After a while, in the main hall of Feishenzong, the voice of the sect master sounded. Although she is very reassuring about Li Su, but she still tested Li Su to prevent Li Su from taking any shortcuts like Devil Cultivator. After confirming, the headmaster's gaze revealed an expression of appreciation. Her gaze turned on Li Su's body. Since Li Su's 100-year-old foundation establishment, in the past 50 years, she has repeatedly surprised people. It was fine before. This time, the head was quite surprised. On the side, Su Yun didn't know what to think of, and Hong Shafei kissed her cheeks. The master finally looked away, raised his head, and gave Li Su a medicine bottle. The medicine pill here should have some effect on you, save some food, this kind of medicine pill is not easy to refine. Master said. Thank you, Master, Li Su said. He didn't take the initiative to mention the bet. The head should not renege on his debt. Consolidate it well. As for your marriage with Yuner, after you have consolidated it, choose a good and auspicious date. As for the others, just do as you said, but the cultivation in the gold core period is not easy, you most. The leader resolutely did not renege on his debt. But she still seemed to want to persuade Li Su. But in the middle of the speech, the master stopped again and let out a rare sigh. I guess it's a pity that Li Su has reached the gold core so soon, but he still hasn't cultivated well. Master, junior sister, actually I don't need to strengthen myself anymore. I'm planning to discuss with master and junior sister. 3 months later, I will marry my junior sister. I wonder if it's okay? Li Su hurriedly said. Don't blame him for being in a hurry, it's natural to take advantage of the situation, otherwise the marriage will be delayed in the future. Moreover, taking advantage of Su Yun's young age, her husband will have 1 or 2 children, which will not affect her future cultivation. No need to consolidate? Could it be that your gold core is above 6th rank? Asked the master. The lower the gold core level, the more time it takes to consolidate it. Hearing what the head said, Li Su thought about it and decided to show off his own gold core. There are several advantages to doing this. One is to completely dispel the possible doubts of the head, and prevent the head from thinking that Li Su has gone astray. The second is to let the head know how powerful Li Su is, otherwise the head might worry about him there in the future and want to help Li Su cut off the fate. It is actually a bit dangerous for the gold core cultivator to sacrifice the gold core. Generally, some cultivators choose to do this when they are desperate. For example, self-exploding gold core or something. But Li Su is very reassuring about the leader. Therefore, Li Su spit out his own gold core when he opened his mouth. As soon as the gold core came out, the entire great hall was shocked. The headmaster's eyes fell on the gold core, and the expression in his beautiful eyes gradually changed. Master, look at my gold core is big and round, it should be the 1st rank. In the great hall, it can be clearly seen that the head's expression has changed significantly. Her gaze was completely attracted by Li Su's gold core. Li Su's gold core, it's really big. This kind of bigness is based on Li Su's breakthrough gold core period. Even if it is a 9th grade gold core, if the opponent can cultivate to the gold core late stage, then the gold core will be very large. But Li Su has just broken through gold core, and it is still the 1st level of gold core. The size of this gold core is really amazing. The bigger the gold core at the beginning, the stronger the true energy, the stronger the realm, and the longer the ability to continue fighting. In short, there are too many benefits. Moreover, the current gold core is larger, and when the gold core late stage is reached, the gold core will be even larger. Another benefit is that the 1st rank gold core breakthrough nascent soul period is also easier. Of course, whether or not the nascent soul stage can be broken through depends on too many factors, but the bottleneck faced by the 1st rank gold core is much smaller. After breakthrough, it will be stronger. Therefore, generally those cultivators who have never seen the hope of golden core for a lifetime do not care about the gold core grade at all. For them, as long as they can get the golden core, thank God. However, those who are slightly more talented will try their best to pursue the gold core grade. The gold core grade is qualitative at the time of the golden core, and after the breakthrough gold core period, it is more than 100 times more difficult to upgrade. The leader never thought that Li Su's gold core would be so big. She walked over, and the appearance of Li Su gold core was printed in her pupils like black pearls. After watching this for about a minute, the master took a deep breath. Her beautiful eyes looked at Li Su, and there was obvious surprise in her beautiful eyes, as well as admiration and admiration. I didn't expect you to be able to condense the first-rank gold core. I underestimated you before. You really don't need to consolidate too much. Master said. Now that there are traces of Devil Cultivator in this area, there is no guarantee that people from the demon sect will not come here. Before you are strong enough, try not to reveal your gold core level, otherwise Devil Cultivator will be very interested in you. The head said again. Li Su put the gold core into Dantian and said, "Oh. Thank you, Master, for reminding me," Li Su said. "Since that's the case, let's follow your plan. You and Yuner will get married in 3 months. It also happens to hold a celebration for you. At that time, I will invite people from the other 2 immortal sects to participate." Master said. Fei Shenzong also wants to hold a celebration for him? This does not conflict with Li Su's celebration. The celebration of Fei Shenzong is mainly equivalent to announcing the cultivation of the immortal world in the area of the 3 immortal gates, and Fei Shenzong has given birth to a gold core stage cultivator. This is mainly in the face of the other 2 immortal sects. Li Su's celebration is mainly for the secular world, rogue cultivators, and Shuxian family. Ordinary rogue cultivators, there are not many who are eligible to enter Fei Shenzong to participate in the celebration. Yes, Master, in this regard, Li Su naturally let the head arrange it. In addition, you can mention your identity. Starting today, you are the elder of Fei Shenzong. You don't need to hold a specific position and enjoy the treatment of an elder. Under normal circumstances, you don't need to take action, and it won't waste your time. The head said again, "Yes, Master." Li Su is still at the mercy of the boss. Seeing Li Su's rare cooperation, the leader seemed a little unaccustomed to it. After all, she proposed twice before, one time was rejected by Li Su, and the other time was also a disguised rejection. Shaolan will take you to an immortal cave in a while, and there will be an elder coronation ceremony tomorrow. Master said. Elder crowned. Coronation is usually the coronation of kings and emperors, but the elder of Fei Shenzong has a much higher status than the secular kings and emperors. Okay, Master. Li Su said. Congratulations, senior brother. I didn't expect senior brother to be so powerful. On the side, Su Yun looked at Li Su with eyes full of admiration. She seemed a little shy. However, the emotion in her eyes became stronger. Since she hasn't passed the door yet, she is still called Brother Li Su. But for her future husband, the love in Su Yun's heart became stronger and stronger. Junior sister's entry into the country is also very fast. After we get married, I will try my best to help you and help you achieve gold core as soon as possible. Li Su said softly. Su Yun heard Li Su's voice, her heart was full of sweetness. Aside, the master quietly left. If you stay any longer, you will become a light bulb, and you will be sprinkled dog food by the 2. Li Elder, haha, Li Elder, I didn't expect you to be so fast. Congratulations to Li Elder for achieving the gold core. The next day, after an elder coronation ceremony attended by a large number of Fei Shenzong disciples, Li Su was surrounded by the elders and disciples of Fei Shenzong. Fei Shenzong has a total of 4 elders in the gold core stage. Except for 1 elder in the gold core middle stage, the others are in the gold core early stage. Now, counting Li Su, there are 5. Currently in Fei Shenzong, there are only 3 gold core elders. There is another one, sitting in the Spirit Stones mine in Mengkang Mountain. Fei Shenzong still has 2 Spirit Stone mines in his hands, but those 2 have been mined almost, and there are only a small amount of Spirit Stones left, so there is no need for a strong cultivator to sit there. After the elder coronation ceremony, Li Su officially became the elder of Fei Shenzong. When disciples saw Li Su, they stopped calling Li senior brother, but Li elder. When the elders saw Li Su, they stopped calling Li Su by his name, and also called Li elder. There are exceptions. Su Yun, for example, still calls Li Su senior brother Li, because she follows the head of the sect. Both of them are direct disciples of the master. However, after a few months, she changed her tune again. I must call my husband. The title of the head, of course, has not changed. After the coronation ceremony, Li Su returned to Li's house to prepare for the wedding. At the same time, the news that Li Su became a cultivator in the gold core phase spread rapidly after the Li family sent out a large number of invitations. I didn't expect Li Sr. to really break through gold core period, we must attend his celebration. After getting the news, some rogue cultivators decided to go to Li Su's wedding. The Li family sent some invitations, and at the same time issued an edict, welcoming all rogue cultivators who were willing to come to the celebration. The Li family also became completely lively. A large number of clansmen came back from other places. Such a major event is the biggest event in the eyes of the descendants of the Li family. And with the Li Su breakthrough gold core, the status of the Li family in the entire Wu kingdom is unmatched. People in the royal family are probably worried there every day, for fear that Li Su will suddenly become interested and let his descendants become emperors. Therefore, people in the royal family are also the most active. A large number of congratulatory gifts were sent early, and this time it is said that even the emperor is going to personally dispatch to come to Li's house. The limelight of the Li family is also the same for a while. In this excitement, more than 2 months passed by in a flash. At the end of the 3rd month, Li Su set off with a large wedding party. The day to marry my junior sister has arrived. At the same time, after Li Su arrived at Feishenzong, the celebration that Feishenzong prepared for Li Su happened just in time. Marriage, together with the celebration, also more lively. The other 2 immortal sects have already sent many immortal cultivators to participate in the celebration. A lot of congratulatory gifts were also prepared. These congratulatory gifts will naturally be Li Su's. When a long bell rang inside Feishenzong, it was extremely lively. Those who were invited, besides the other 2 immortal sects, also had some more famous rogue cultivators. Compared with the coronation of the elder 3 months ago, the scale of the celebration this time is much larger. According to the head's preparation process, the celebration is first, and then the wedding process. For Feishenzong, this is also double happiness. Li Su Ying's marriage to Su Yun also envied many immortal cultivators. Su Yun's spiritual roots are not bad, and she is also a direct disciple of the master, and she is as beautiful as celestial immortals. Why not make people envious? Many Feishenzong disciples originally thought that Su Yun would never marry, but never thought that at such a young age, Su Yun would marry Li Su. Although there was a reason for the head of the sect to grant the marriage, Su Yun herself was also willing. If Su Yun didn't have feelings for Li Su, the leader wouldn't mention it either. This is enough to show how attractive Li Su is. Su Yun, who is so young, enters the country so quickly, and has a great hope of breaking through gold core, is willing to marry. This time the celebration was really lively. Li Su also knew many immortal cultivators from the other 2 immortal sects. Of these 2 immortal gates, one is the Liang Gate of Siki Kingdom. One is the 7-Star Valley in northern Yan Kingdom. Liang Men majored in fire-type cultivation technique, and was good at using fire-type spells. And 7 Stars Valley majored in ice-type cultivation technique. There is a chill in his true essence, and he is good at using ice-type techniques. These 2 immortal sects both sent elders to watch the ceremony. Besides elders, they also brought many immortal cultivators. This celebration of Li Su is also an opportunity for the cultivators of the 3 immortal sects to exchange ideas. Although the 3 great immortal sects compete with each other, they may even fight each other for some resources, but they still restrain each other. Celebrations and weddings are almost seamless. Su Yun was dressed in a phoenix crown and chape, with a red hijab on her head, and stepped into the sedan chair gracefully. This sedan chair was modified from a flying boat. That is to say, the big red sedan chair was placed on the flying boat, followed by several big red flying boats, which were filled with dowry. These dowries were prepared by the sect master for Su Yun. Su Yun was an orphan since she was a child. After being brought back to Feishenzong by the headmaster, she has been growing up in Feishenzong. Feishenzong is equivalent to her natal family. Therefore, behind these flying boats, there are still a large number of Feishenzong disciples coming to escort them. Come, what a big battle, that's right, the ancestors of the Li family have been immortals for thousands of years, and it is said that the fairy married this time is also very powerful. That's called a gold core immortal, not a millennium immortal. The surrounding area of Li Mansion was already crowded with people. The banquets for this celebration were arranged for dozens of miles. Even the Emperor of Wu Kingdom personally brought a large number of ministers here. Not to mention other dignitaries and rich families. The Li Mansion also specially prepared thousands of tables of banquets for some poor families. Poor families who sit at these banquets don't need to accompany the ceremony, they can eat when they sit down, but there are also some default rules, such as not packing until everyone has finished eating. To pack, you have to seek the consent of everyone at the same table. Every time Li Su takes a concubine, there will be such a banquet, and people will consciously abide by all the rules. Immortals hosted a banquet, and dared to mess around, wouldn't they be looking for death? A large number of rogue cultivators and Shuxian clans also came, and the Li mansion was bustling like never before. Even the rogue cultivators and immortal cultivators from Siki Kingdom and Beiyan Kingdom came a lot. After this celebration, the name of Li Su will also be thoroughly resounded in the immortal world of the three secular countries. Yunar, night fell. Li Su took off the red hijab. Under the red hijab was Su Yun's extremely shy face. Looking at Su Yun like this, Li Su, this night became extraordinarily romantic. Maybe it was because Su Yun was too wonderful, until the next morning. For the next few days, Li Su was immersed in happiness. Yunar, give me some babies. On this day, Li Su whispered to Su Yun. Basically, after the qi refining period, if female cultivators don't want to have offspring, even if something like that happens, they can still not get pregnant. Su Yun is still young, her future is boundless. Li Su was not going to force her to have a baby, so she had to ask for her consent. Su Yun still had a shy look on her face, and when she heard Li Su's voice, she, who was not planning to have offspring for the time being, softened her heart. She really likes Li Su. Then, she gave a soft, Seeing that Su Yun agreed, Li Su liked her even more. Thank you, Yunar, Li Su said. Is it okay to give birth to 10? Then, Li Su's next sentence startled Su Yun. 10. 10. How long will it take to live? Seeing Su Yun's small expression, Li Su took a sip from her. Yunar, I'm kidding you, you still have to practice. Li Su laughed. Then, again to join. Congratulations, junior sister Su, senior brother Li. A few days after the wedding, Li's residence welcomed another guest. This is the national teacher of Wu Kingdom, Qin Xiaoyue. She is also the direct disciple of the master, but spiritual roots is not as good as Su Yun. Li Su is not very clear about the specific grades. However, she was older than Su Yun, and had started earlier than Su Yun. When Li Su was 100 years old, she had the cultivation base at the peak of the foundation establishment. Now I don't know if there will be a successful foundation establishment, or if we can break through gold core. Unlike Su Yun, Qin Xiaoyue has been sitting in the imperial capital of Wu Kingdom, and there is no rotation. She has been in the imperial capital of Wu Kingdom for 60 years. The reason for this is said to be because there is a very mysterious wordless stone tablet in the imperial capital of the Wu Kingdom. It seems that the wordless stone tablet has no words, but she seems to be able to get some information from it. Her entry there was actually faster than in Feishenzong. Qin Xiaoyue also came here a few days ago, but at that time the celebration was too busy. Li Su and Su Yun didn't have time to see her at all. This time, she came here on a special trip. The last time Li Su saw her was decades ago. At that time, he was still in the late stage of qi refining, and the other party was the Foundation Establishment Cultivator, a direct disciple of the Master. Li Su's status was very different from the other parties. When Li Su was 100 years old in Foundation Establishment, she also gave Li Su a rare gift. Senior sister Xiaoyue, you should be in the breakthrough gold core period soon, right? Su Yun asks. Qin Xiaoyue shook her head. How can it be so fast? I almost reached the completion of the Foundation Establishment. After the completion of the Foundation Establishment, it will not be so easy to hit the gold core stage. I don't know if I can succeed. Senior sister is so powerful, it must be possible. Su Yun encouraged. I came here mainly to ask senior brother Li about the experience of the golden core. Decades ago, when my Foundation Establishment was at its peak, senior brother Li was the late stage of qi refining. I didn't expect it to be only a few decades. In the past, brother Li was one step ahead of me to the gold core stage. After exchanging pleasantries, Qin Xiaoyue talked about her intentions. She's here to learn. She also has some emotions. In the past few decades, she was just a little short of reaching the completion of the Foundation Establishment, but Li Su's changes in the past few decades have been earth-shaking. In Li's mansion, Li Su softly told Qin Xiaoyue about the Golden Core experience. His Golden Core is completely different from other Gold Core cultivators. But that doesn't mean Li Su has no experience. The cultivation base rewarded by the system is not like empowerment. In this cultivation base, there is real practice experience. For example, the 100-year cultivation base makes Li Su feel as if he has cultivated for 100 years. This is harmless. And when Li Su used 500 points of alchemy energy to condense the gold core, he also had the experience and feeling of the golden core. Moreover, this kind of experience and feeling is very real and meticulous. Since Li Su doesn't have to worry about it at all, he can also have time and energy to perceive the various changes in his golden core. Now, Li Su speaks out about these changes. Combined with what Shui Elder told Li Su, these experiences are very useful to Qin Xiaoyue. Thank you, senior brother Li. A few hours later, Qin Xiaoyue said to Li Su gratefully. The experience Li Su talked about is really useful to her. At least a few years, as many as 10 years, Qin Xiaoyue is also sure that the foundation establishment is complete, and at that time, she will start to hit the gold core. Senior brother Li, if I have been unable to break through gold core, then, there is something, I would like to ask you to help. After thanking Li Su, Qin Xiaoyue hesitated for a moment, then spoke again. Can? Li Su complied. In his opinion, there is no big problem, he is now a gold core cultivator, and in the area of the 3 great immortal gates, many things are no longer things. Qin Xiaoyue chatted with Su Yun in the Li mansion, and after playing for a long time, she said goodbye. After Qin Xiaoyue left, Li Su continued to be engaged with Su Yun. When marrying Su Yun, Li Su told the sect leader that Su Yun would return to Feishenzong to continue practicing after staying in Li's residence for a year or two. Li Su was also unwilling to delay Su Yun. Husband, it seems that there is really one. Only 1 month later, Su Yun realized she was pregnant. It is good. Li Su showed joy. Su Yun also had his child. Su Yun is 5th rank spiritual roots, he is now in the breakthrough gold core period. This child's spiritual roots should be pretty good. The kid's spiritual roots should be fine. 10 months later, Su Yun's child was not born. It's been 11 months. Generally, late-born children either have problems or are born supernatural, that is, they have relatively good spiritual roots. As a gold core cultivator, Li Su can naturally find out the general situation of the child. The child has no problems at all, so he should have good spiritual roots. In this way, after another half-month, Su Yun finally gave birth to Li Su's first child. After giving birth, Li Su used a special magical item to test it, and she showed joy. The child's spiritual roots is 6th rank spiritual roots. Sure enough, 8th grade, the birth of this child also successfully allowed Li Su's spiritual roots to reach the 8th rank spiritual roots. Not only that, the cultivation base rewarded by the system has also changed for the children of 6th rank spiritual roots. From 1 year to 8 years, when the previous 2 8th rank spiritual roots were born, the rewarded cultivation base also changed, it was 2 years. Because the change was too small, Li Su didn't pay special attention. So, this rule is, every time spiritual roots increases 1st rank, does the rewarded cultivation base double? Li Su thought. 9th grade spiritual roots have no special changes, just like ordinary descendants, they are rewarded with a 1-year cultivation base. The 8th rank spiritual roots is 2 years, the 7th rank should be 4 years, and the 6th rank is 8 years. Doubling in this way, to the 1st rank, it will be 256 years. In other words, just one offspring of 1st rank spiritual roots can contribute 256 years of cultivation base to Li Su. Maybe, there will be more. Of course, 1st rank spiritual roots, don't even think about it at this stage. That is the spiritual roots that can directly enter the gold core period. The foundation establishment period is complete, without any bottleneck, and it is logical to condense the gold core. For the 1st rank spiritual roots, the nascent soul stage is probably not a big challenge. In the area of the 3 great immortal gates, Li Su has never even heard of the former 3rd rank spiritual roots, so naturally Li Su will not have unrealistic fantasies. Another change in the reward is that the children of the 6th grade spiritual roots also allow Li Su to choose to practice equipment, practice alchemy, and formation experience. All with 8 years of experience. Looking at it this way, the offspring's spiritual roots are higher, and the benefits of Li Su are also more. After having a child, Su Yun recuperated in Li's residence. Having a child had some influence on her, but not too much. Soon, her body returned to normal. Husband, why do you have it again? After only a few months, Su Yun became worried. There it is again. She was planning to recuperate for a few months before returning to Feishenzong. In the end, Su Yun's love for Li Su prevailed, and she decided to return to the Feishanzong closed-door training to practice for a period of time after giving birth to another child. Another year later, her second child with Li Su was born. This child actually has spiritual roots, but it is not the 6th rank spiritual roots, but the 8th rank spiritual roots. Haha, Yuner, you are really my treasure. Li Su is very happy. Su Yun showed a sweet smile. Now she cares most about Li Su. And within a few days after the child was born, the number of Li Su's offspring also broke through 600,000. Li Su got the 100-year cultivation base again, and increased the probability of spiritual roots being born by 0.1% of the offspring. The current 100-year cultivation base is not too big for Li Su. Because the descendants of the Li family continue to increase, in a little over a year, there will be a 100-year cultivation base. Still no cultivation technique, Li Su thought. The cultivation base rewarded by the system is not affected by cultivation technique. Gold core is on the 2nd floor. After the 100-year cultivation base came down, Li Su found that he had reached the 2nd level of gold core. The size of the gold core and the purity of the true essence inside have changed significantly. The 8th grade spiritual roots is indeed more powerful. This time, Li Su has accumulated a total of more than 300 years of cultivation base, and rushed to the 2nd floor of gold core. You should know that each level of gold core needs more cultivation base, and the 1st rank gold core needs more cultivation base. Although the later the gold core period, the greater the demand for cultivation base, but Li Su also sees hope. He is in the gold core period, and he doesn't have to move forward slowly like a snail. After Su Yun's second child was born, Li Su was ready to let her return to Feishanzong. At this time, an accident happened, and Su Yun became pregnant again. This is the 3rd one. This silly girl doesn't need spirit power to force her out after every time. Husband, what should I do? Su Yun opened her big innocent eyes and asked. Li Su touched her little head. Give birth, this is the last one. Okay. Su Yun nodded heavily. Master, a letter from senior sister Su. Feishanzong, a female disciple handed over a letter to the head. Another one? After the headmaster read the letter, his beautiful eyes were full of helplessness. Another year has passed in Li's residence. Finally, Su Yun gave birth to Li Su's 3rd child. What is rare is that the 3rd child actually has spiritual roots, but spiritual roots is relatively poor and has not yet entered the product. In other words, Su Yun gave birth to 3 offspring with spiritual roots for Li Su one after another. Although there must be an element of luck in this, but it is also enough to show that the probability of having spiritual roots is higher when the offspring is combined with a female cultivator with higher spiritual roots. Spiritual roots also tends to get better. After giving birth to her 3rd child, Su Yun recuperated for 2 months, and Li Su sent her back to Feishanzong. As for the 3 children, they will stay in the Li family to raise them. There is no need to worry at all. There are a large number of maids in the Li family. The treatment of these maids is also very good, and everyone is quite dedicated. Master. Li Su and Su Yun met the head of the sect. Su Yun was a little apprehensive, afraid that the master would blame her. However, the head didn't mean to blame anything. Li Su, your spirit weapon has been forged. At present, our sect's refiners can only create low-grade spirit weapons. The gold core is enough for early use, and the middle stage can be barely used. If you can reach the gold core late stage, I'll figure it out for you. Master said. Spirit weapon, for cultivators under the foundation establishment period, magical item is enough. After reaching the gold core device, even the ultimate magical item is not enough. After the Li Su breakthrough gold core period, the master is preparing the spirit weapon for Li Su. The materials needed to create spiritual weapons are quite precious. Some materials are stored in the sect warehouse of Feishanzong, but they are not used easily. There are only so many materials, so it is natural to wait for a disciple to have a breakthrough gold core period before tailoring it according to the disciple's needs. Moreover, the refiners in Feishanzong can only create low-grade spiritual weapons. Medium-grade and high-grade spiritual tools cannot be crafted. The lower-tier spiritual roots in gold core are enough for early use, and the middle stage can barely be used. That refiner, Li Su has seen. Its own strength also has foundation establishment late stage, but it is difficult to think of gold core. His strength was built up by Feishanzong using a lot of resources. Because his refining level is good, but he was finally affected by his own strength, he couldn't improve his cultivation base, and because of his skill in refining weapons, he could only create lower weapons, spiritual roots. He is over 180 years old, and the Fei Shenzong should have given him a lot of medicine pills to prolong his life, so that he might be able to refine weapons for the Fei Shenzong for decades. It took 4 years to create this low-grade spiritual weapon. After the master handed it to Li Su saw that the lower-grade spiritual weapon was a set of flying immortal sword. No way. This is the only low-grade spiritual weapon that the craftsman can make. The Fei Shen sword is also very good. After reaching the low-grade spiritual weapon level, there are 24 in a set. They are all small swords, like flying daggers. But the power is much stronger than flying daggers. Thank you, Master, you're welcome. Haven't you felt any difficulties in the practice of the Gold Core period in recent years? Asked the Master. Difficulties? If there is any difficulty, Li Su has already reached the second floor of Gold Core. Master, what's the problem? Li Su asked. The head said, there is something I have been thinking about whether to tell you or not. I should tell you after thinking about it. Li Su made a look of all ears. You were able to condense the first-rank Gold Core, which was indeed beyond my expectation, and it also surprised me, but you know, this is not a good thing for you. The Master looked at Li Su and said, not a good thing? Li Su immediately understood what the Master meant. The first-rank Gold Core is indeed more powerful. But it is also more difficult for a Gold Core period cultivator with a first-rank Gold Core to climb up, requiring more accumulation. This is normal. The first-rank Gold Core is larger than other Gold Cores of the same realm. This gap will get bigger and bigger every time you go forward in the Gold Core period. Energy is conserved. This extra can't appear out of thin air, right? But in others, this is not a problem. To be able to build a first-rank Gold Core, I am afraid that at least the spiritual roots above the third rank are required. Third-rank spiritual roots, I am afraid that they have to cooperate with the very powerful cultivation technique and medicine pill. With third-rank spiritual roots, no matter which fairy gate you are in, what resources can't you get? These are the treasures of the fairy gate. People's spiritual roots itself is very powerful, and the cultivation speed is very fast, so there is no need to worry at all. But from the head's point of view, there is a big problem with Li Su. Although Li Su has broken through Gold Core, the current Li Su is over 160 years old after all. The time for breakthrough Gold Core is actually not too fast. Li Su's spiritual roots is terrible. Although she didn't know exactly what kind of opportunity Li Su got, from the head's point of view, no matter how good the opportunity is, if the foundation is here, it would be good to help Li Su reach the Gold Core during the foundation establishment period. After the Gold Core period, it is bound to slow down. So, first-rank Gold Core is an obstacle for Li Su. This makes it many times more difficult for Li Su to rise to one level than other Gold Core stage cultivators. This is from the headmaster's point of view. From Li Su's point of view, this is not a bad thing. But a great thing. He is not afraid of being slow, but afraid of not being strong enough. In fact, Li Su is not slow at all. So, after figuring out the meaning of the master, Li Su decided to let the master not worry about it. I worry about myself every day, Master, don't you practice? Wouldn't it be nice to get to the nascent soul period as soon as possible? It's the nascent soul period, and I will give birth to a few more babies for Li Su. The effect will be even better. Master, I understand what you mean, so, Li Su said right away. However, Master, don't worry, I have my own experience in cultivation, Master, you see, I am now on the second floor of Gold Core. Then, Li Su released his own breath. The head's expression slowly changed. Wow, husband, you have reached the second floor of Gold Core. In the Great Hall, Su Yun's voice sounded. After being married to Li Su for a few years and giving birth to 3 children for Li Su, Su Yun has become Li Su's little fangirl. Li Su went to the second floor of the Gold Core, but did not tell Su Yun. Usually, he naturally doesn't reveal his aura. If the aura of the Gold Core stage is exposed, it will still bring a strong sense of oppression to those below the Gold Core stage. In front of my own family, it is naturally unnecessary. On the side, the leader couldn't understand Li Su a little bit. In just 4 years, Li Su has already reached the second floor of the Gold Core phase. This speed is as fast as a horse. Like the elder of the Gold Core stage in Fei Shenzong, it has been 100 years since the breakthrough time. However, there are 3 elders who are still Gold Core early stages. Only 1 elder has reached the Gold Core middle stage. This is enough to show that the cultivation of the gold core stage is slow. It is not without speed, but it is very rare in the area of the 3 great fairy gates. That requires better spiritual roots, better talent, understanding, better resources and so on. Li Su is so fast, it's a bit surprising. If the leader knew that Li Su broke through the 2nd floor of the gold core more than a year ago, he would be even more surprised. Now, the head is a little skeptical. Was it not accurate when testing Li Su's spiritual roots? But if Li Su's spiritual roots itself is very powerful, the problem arises again. Why did Li Su start foundation establishment at the age of 100? In other words, among the opportunities Li Su obtained, there was something that enhanced spiritual roots. However, things that enhance spiritual roots are extremely rare and rare. Even if they can be enhanced, the degree of improvement is limited, and there is no way to use them continuously. How much can it be enhanced? Therefore, the current head is increasingly unable to understand Li Su. Master, don't worry, I won't leave cultivation base behind, and Su Yun will leave it to master. Li Su assured the head. Husband, I will definitely practice with all my strength and reach the gold core as soon as possible. Su Yun is full of confidence. Although the time with Li Su in the past few years has been extremely happy, Su Yun also knows that cultivation is important. If she can't break through the gold core, she won't be able to accompany Li Su for a longer period of time. No matter how life-extending the medicine pill is, it is impossible to extend it forever. Therefore, after spending the past few years of happy time, Su Yun is more and more full of fighting spirit. This time, she plans to do closed-door training for a few years to improve her cultivation base. Li Su touched her little head. Su Yun bowed her head shyly after this head-on killing. Where is master? When Li Su raised his head, the master was gone. It is estimated that the two of them sprinkled too much dog food, and the head of the family disappeared. After sending Su Yun back to Feishenzong, Li Su stayed here for a day and got acquainted with the spirit weapon before leaving Feishenzong. Immediately afterwards, Li Su started his own concubine process again. In the past few years, he has not been taking concubines in small quantities. After the gold core period, the demand for cultivation base is also increasing. For example, in the foundation establishment period, the cultivation base can be upgraded by 1 level after 100 years, but the gold core period will not work. The further back the greater the demand. In particular, he is also the first rank gold core. Therefore, Li Su had no choice but to be more diligent. Now, the offspring with spiritual roots have also grown up and practiced one after another, so they can feed him back. However, since the spiritual roots of these spiritual roots descendants are too poor, this feedback is still very little. As the number increases, a few more talented offspring will be produced, and the feedback will continue to increase. Things have to be looked at in the long run. Li Su's goal is to become a fairy and a god. Li Sr. is here. Wow, on Xianju Mountain, the rogue cultivators' rally started again. As soon as Li Su arrived, there was a sensation. The current Li Su is in the gold core period. It's another rogue cultivators' rally. Everyone, I want to take in some more concubines, those who are both talented and good-looking. You can come to Li's mansion to meet. That's right, Li Su came this time to release news. In this way, some interested female cultivators will take the initiative to come to him. The news was quickly spread by rogue cultivators. It's no secret that Li Su likes to take concubines and build immortal world in 3 kingdoms. In the past, when Li Su was in the foundation establishment period, some young nuns would hesitate. Now, a gold core stage cultivator wants to take a concubine, even if he has never met Li Su's Qi refining stage female cultivator. Many of them are moved, and they all go to Li's mansion to see the situation. Now, the female cultivators of the 3 kingdoms are really going to be taken over by him. Some immortal cultivators who also wanted to find a partner had bitter expressions on their faces. It's going to be 70 so soon. On this day, Li Su has 70 descendants of spiritual roots. Su Yun went to Feishenzong closed-door training to practice. Li Su also decided to develop well for a few years, and increase the number of offspring with spiritual roots. In recent years, for every 10,000 more rewards for Li Su's descendants, the probability of spiritual roots descendants has increased. Although 0.1% doesn't seem like much, but after the increase, there are some effects. Up to now, basically every few years, among the descendants of Li Su's descendants, there will be 1 or 2 descendants with spiritual roots. This also allows Li Su to have an increasing number of descendants of spiritual roots. After reaching 70, there is not much change in rewards. From this point of view, it is only after reaching 100 that there will be new changes in rewards. Li Su didn't care, and continued to choose the formation experience. Now, his formation experience has more than 400 years. Ding! A block of black iron was shattered by a simple long sword. Li Su didn't change his face, and threw out dozens of black iron nuggets at once. These dozens of black iron blocks rushed towards the range of the killing formation like raindrops. Ding ding ding, then I heard many clashing sounds of metal and iron almost simultaneously, and dozens of black iron blocks were all smashed to pieces. Li Su's hand moved again, this time, hundreds of black iron blocks were thrown in at the same time. Ding ding ding, hundreds of black iron blocks were also crushed one after another. After throwing hundreds of black iron nuggets, Li Su stared ahead, contemplative in his eyes. Here is the killing formation that traps Devil Cultivator. After more than 400 years of experience in formation, Li Su entered here again, ready to observe this killing formation again. His attainments in formation are already very good. Because Li Su doesn't need to practice by himself, Li Su still has a lot of time now. Needless to say, evening is the most wonderful time for Li Su. During the day, Li Su usually spends some time with his beautiful women. For some time, Li Su looked at various books transcribed from Fei Shenzong's library. For example, some books on formation layout, related to pill refining and refining equipment. The experience rewarded by the system is the basic experience, which is equivalent to the principal class, and will not involve too specific. With these basic experiences, some specific medicine pill refining methods are simply too simple for Li Su. Moreover, this basic experience is sometimes more important. Like pill refining, in theory, as long as there is a pill recipe, anyone can practice it. But in fact, a person who has never learned pill refining, operates according to the pill recipe completely, and even asks a pill refining teacher to write out the steps and all the precautions, and the success rate is pitifully low. Currently Li Su's latest is formation. With more than 400 years of formation attainments, Li Su has thoroughly studied the formation secrets of Fei Shenzong. In Fei Shenzong, the strongest formation is undoubtedly the sect-protecting formation, which can block even the late-stage cultivator in gold core for a long time. But not impossible to be breached. This formation, Li Su has almost studied. Li Su was going to collect materials and set up one in Li's mansion when his refining skills improved a bit. It costs a lot to arrange it, and the materials needed for the formation flag are relatively rare. Such materials are generally found in places like Blackwood Forest and Mengkang Mountain, but it takes time to find them slowly. Many Fei Shenzong disciples obtain contribution points by finding such materials and submitting them to Fei Shenzong to obtain sect contribution points. If Li Su is looking for it now, it will be much easier, because after he reaches the gold core period, his divine sense is stronger than others. Don't forget, before the gold core period, Li Su redeemed 100 years of divine once. Sense cultivation base. Searching through divine sense is naturally much faster. His divine sense can cover a radius of 100 or 200 miles around. And if you condense the divine sense into a bundle, explore in one direction. This is similar to the effect of a laser. The distance that divine sense can detect will be farther, but when the soul is not strong enough, it should not be too far away, otherwise it will consume a lot. Moreover, directional exploration divine sense is like a needle. Although it can go farther, the coverage is not wide enough. It is good for tracking, but it is not good for searching for treasures. After studying here for a few days, Li Su opened here. After the formation experience is improved, it really has an effect. Li Su already has some experience in this killing formation. After returning, Li Su refined some formation flags and began to deduce them. He wants to crack this killing formation bit by bit from the basics. Of course, more experience in formation is required. But you can start to crack the basics first. In the following time, among Li Su, there were still many happy events. Li Su is still taking concubines every year, and the frequency is higher than before. There is no way, there are too many female cultivators who want to marry him. He is now gold core power. Many nuns from the other two secular countries have come here. Immortal cultivators don't really care about countries, it's just that they used to be active in those two secular countries. There are descendants of spiritual roots, which continue to be born every year. After the gold core period, the probability of Li Su being born with spiritual roots offspring has indeed increased. And the number of imported spiritual roots has also begun to increase. In this way, within a few years, the number of descendants of Li Su's spiritual roots has reached another level, reaching 80. Li Su chose formation cultivation base again. Then, he went to killing array again, and got some new gains again. And his strength, after the breakthrough of 80,000 descendants of the Li family, finally reached the third level of gold core. Now, less than 5 years have passed since he sent Su Yun back to Feixianzong. On the other hand, after learning that Li Su kept taking concubines, the head of the house became a little worried again. Although I was a little worried about Li Su, when Li Su made a bet with the master lost. It has only been more than 10 years, and the head of the sect can't break his promise. He's still young anyway, the master thought. From the perspective of ordinary people, Li Su is naturally not young anymore. His age is over 170 years old. But, for the lifespan of a gold core cultivator, Li Su is naturally young. The cultivator on the gold core layer has a lifespan of at least 500 years. Li Su is also a first-rank gold core, with a longer life expectancy than a normal gold core cultivator. And 4 years ago, Li Su had the second floor of the gold core phase, and the lifespan will be extended again. The gold core late-stage cultivator has a lifespan of nearly 1,000 years. If the gold core is of a higher grade, the lifespan of a breakthrough 1,000 years is also possible. This does not take into account the factors of medicine pills such as Yanshu Dan. In the case of medicine pill, there is a problem that the life extension of mortals and the life extension of gold core cultivators have different requirements. For example, the same life extension of 50 years, the life extension pill for mortals is far less precious than the life extension pill for gold core cultivator. The same medicine pill, which is useful to ordinary people, may not have any effect on the cultivator of the gold core period, or the effect may be very weak. This is normal. It is more difficult to prolong the life of the cultivator in the gold core period. However, it is also less difficult for cultivators in the gold core period to obtain longevity pills. As for mortals, 99.99% of mortals will not even be able to see what the longevity pill looks like in their lifetime. Considering that Li Su is still young, and Li Su has entered the country very quickly over the years, the leader himself is worried about letting go. Let Li Su toss around for a few more years, and see if Li Su's entry into the country will be so fast. If Li Su hadn't taken crooked ways and entered the country so quickly, she wouldn't have to worry about it. But if after Li Su reaches 300 years old, if there is no big increase in the country, the head will decide to intervene no matter what. Shui Elder, can you get these things for me? Soon, Li Su appeared in Feixianzong again. He came to look for materials, and was going to refine some array flags and the like. Formation does not necessarily require formation flags, and there are many types of formations. There are some formations, which are arranged with the help of the power of the heaven and the earth, and the power is also very powerful, and they can also absorb the earth's energy as supplies. Like Feixianzong's protective array, that's it. But Feixianzong is located in a blessed place, where the spiritual qi is rich, and there are spiritual veins below. The location of the Li mansion did not have such a blessed place, so Li Su had to rely on some formation flags. It is also more flexible through the arrangement of array flags. You can also hand over the array to others to control the array. Xuanyang Stone, Profound Soul, Purple Gold Stone. Li Elder, are you going to set up a big formation? Shui Elder still has some insight. Li Su nodded. Well, I'm going to strengthen the formation of the Li mansion. There are still some curry in these things. I'll go find Wu Elder, but you need to exchange some spirit stones and contribution points. Shui Elder said, it is good, this is natural. A few things are missing. After a while, Shui Elder came back. Li Su saw that there were 4 missing items. After thinking about it, he wrote down a few more items, which could replace the 4 items. This time, Shui Elder found some. In this way, Li Su got those things. After getting it, Li Su went to see Su Yun, and found that her immortal cave was closed, and Li Su didn't bother her. He went to the back mountain to look again, and the master seemed to be in closed-door training again. From this point of view, the head may also want to achieve nascent soul as soon as possible. Li Su went to look at the descendants of the Li family again, and now there are dozens of descendants he sent to Feixianzong. The advancement of these descendants is so-so, but each of them is still practicing steadily. They also knew that it was all thanks to Li Su that they could enter Feixianzong. And Li Su has also said that after entering Feixianzong, According to Fei Shenzong's rules, if he is eliminated, he will not go to work. Therefore, many descendants are working hard to practice in order not to give Li Su losing face. After looking around, Li Su Li opened Fei Shenzong. As soon as he returned to Li's mansion, Li Su rearranged the formation to protect the mountain. This time, it took a year intermittently, and finally, the formation of the mountain guards in the Li mansion was completed. Good. Li Su clapped his hands. This big formation can't compare with Fei Shenzong's, mainly because innate's conditions are poor, but it's not much worse. Even a gold core early stage cultivator is invincible. Of course, if this guy keeps attacking, the big formation will not be able to hold on, because the operation of this big formation can only rely on spirit stones, and spirit stones are not infinite. Another advantage of this large formation is that it can absorb the Earth's energy, store it, and maintain the operation of the large formation. The speed of absorption is not fast, but after a long period of time, after opening the big formation, Li Su can save a lot of spirit stones. If it is a cultivator of the gold core middle stage, it can also block a lot of time. For gold core late stage, it can also be blocked for a while, but it can't be blocked for too long. Enough. After the big formation was set up, it also represented that Li Su's formation attainments were real. You must know that Fei Shenzong's protective array has been continuously improved by many formation masters. The security of the Li family is also more guaranteed. Li Su also arranged a lot of warning formations and hidden formations around. This also allowed his attainments in formation to come to fruition. After a few more years, Li Su's cultivation base did not have the breakthrough gold core 4 layers, but the formation experience has gained another 100 years. 90. Li Su smiled. He has descendants of spiritual roots, breakthrough 90. There will be another 10, and by the time of 100 years, there should be a qualitative change in rewards. However, after taking concubines frequently in the past few years, there are not so many female cultivators. There are more than 100 nuns that Li Su accepts now. As for the mortals without spiritual roots, he has not accepted much in recent years, only occasionally there are exceptionally outstanding ones, and there will be an exception. Therefore, the growth rate of the descendants of spiritual roots slowed down again. Li Su didn't care. On this day, Li Su got the news. He hurried to Fei Shenzong. The main hall of Fei Shenzong, the elders of Fei Shenzong are all there. On the ground, there was still a person lying. This person was tied up, and his whole body was also bound. Li Elder. Several elders greeted Li Su. Li Su, is the sacred order still in your hand? Asked the master. Hearing this, Li Su took out the holy decree. When the man on the ground saw the holy decree, his eyes lit up and his eyes were straight. The headman handed the order to the man. This is what the palace of Heavenly Devil is looking for? That's right, I didn't expect the holy order to be in your hands. You are finished. When the holy maiden arrives, you will all be finished, ha ha ha. The man on the ground laughed. With a movement of the head's hand, the man was isolated. This guy's voice couldn't be heard, and he couldn't hear everyone's conversation. Master, what is the strength of Heavenly Devil Palace? An elder asks. The Palace of Heavenly Devil is said to be one of the 3 palaces of the Holy League. Don't worry too much. The Holy League is in constant turmoil. Their nascent soul cultivators will not be dispatched so easily. The Palace of Heavenly Devil should also cast a wide net and not lock us up so quickly. Here. Master said. Master, what should we do now? Asked the other elder. Elder Huang, you send people to Liang Gate and 7 Stars Valley to tell them to pay attention to the Devil Cultivator, and also to the cultivator family in Wu. If there is anything unusual, please notify us immediately. Master said. Yes. Several elders said. Li Su, you walk with me one more time. The head said again. It is good. The flying boat rushed towards the Blackwood Forest again. In front of the flying boat, the master stood there. Although there were barriers around the flying boat to block the airflow, her skirt was still fluttering slightly. This made her look so elegant. The intention of the leader this time is very simple. It has been many years since the last time he took a cultivator named Bai to the ground. She is going to use the slate to get some words from the trapped devil cultivator, so as to increase her understanding of the Palace of Heavenly Devil. At the same time, she also wanted to know what the Holy Order was, and why the Heavenly Devil Palace sent a devil cultivator to cast a wide net to search for it. The captured devil cultivator didn't have a high status in the Heavenly Devil Palace, and he didn't know the function of the Holy Order, only that it was very important. There are 3 holy maidens in the Palace of Heavenly Devil, Which one did you meet? On the slate, a few lines of text appeared. Li Su looked at the master. He and the master went underground again, and Li Su activated the slate with his own blood. The head was going to use her blood, but was stopped by Li Su. It's okay for a man to bleed a little. The plan of the head is to pretend to be a cultivator with the surname of Bai, and say that in the process of searching for the blood venerable, he met the holy maiden from the palace of Heavenly Devil. The other party discovered the holy decree and sent people to hunt him down. In this way, maybe some information about the holy maiden and the holy order of Heavenly Devil Palace can be obtained. Li Su, what do you think should be the answer? Asked the master. Li Su thought for a while and began to operate on the slate. I don't know him, he's wearing black clothes. Li Su is nonsense. This time, the devil cultivator was not as cooperative as Bai's cultivator. People from Feishenzong used many methods, such as aggressive methods, to get some information out of him. But more, this guy won't say anything, even if he is killed. As for the reason, the leader knows a thing or two. Devil cultivator has no taboos, and even kills his own people when he is so ruthless. Therefore, in order to control the devil cultivator, some larger magic sects will leave some means in the souls of some disciples. If this devil cultivator leaked too many secrets, it might be worse than death. The other party was also extraordinarily arrogant, as if as soon as the holy maiden from Heavenly Devil Palace arrived, Feishenzong would be finished. The head doesn't know much about the Palace of Heavenly Devil, he only knows a general idea. That's why I made this trip. The headmaster nodded when he saw the words made by Li Su. Li Su withdrew spirit power, and the line of words dimmed. Black clothes? When the opponent casts a spell, is there a moon mark on his forehead? After a while, writing appeared on the slate again. Li Su replied with a, yes, hey, brat, you're too young to lie to me. But the next sentence on the slate made the face of the head change. He saw through. Master said. The other party saw through that the one using the stone slab was not a cultivator with the surname Bai. These devil cultivators are indeed extremely cunning, and they found something abnormal in just a few words. It should be a matter of blood. Li Su looked at the slate. This slate is very likely to be activated by the Bai surname cultivator with blood, and Li Su is activated with blood. The other side can detect the difference. Don't worry, master, leave it to me. Although the other party saw through, Li Su remained calm. He operated quickly. That's right, the person surnamed Bai has been killed by me. Now you can only rely on me to get out of trouble. You have no choice. After this sentence was made out by Li Su waited for it to dim for more than 10 seconds, and then operated again. If you don't cooperate, I will completely seal off the underground passage, and no one will find this place. How long is your lifespan? Hundreds of years? 1,000 years? Even 10,000 years is useless, you will be trapped here to death. Li Su operated several sentences in succession. On the side, the master's eyes lit up. The other party noticed it. Li Su is still so fresh. But thinking about it carefully, Li Su just took advantage of the devil cultivator's weakness like this. This guy waited for an unknown number of years for a cultivator named Bai. It's so hard to find here. Once Li Su really completely destroyed the underground passage, then he might really be trapped in the killing array. This time, after several minutes, there was finally writing on the slate. Interesting, it's been a long time since I met anyone who dared to threaten the old man like this. Li Su didn't answer. The boss is also very patient. In this way, after a few more minutes, it is estimated that seeing that Li Su did not answer, the other party was a little overwhelmed. What do you want to know? Words appeared on the slate again. Li Su still didn't answer. Not only that, he also packed the stone slabs into a storage bag, and then transported it a mile away with a flying immortal sword. Now, this slate is equivalent to losing contact. Master, let's wait for a few days, Li Su said. He is not in a hurry at all. Let the other party be anxious first. Let the other party know that his life is in Li Su's hands. Wait here for a few days, just in time. Li Su can continue to study this killing array. It is good. A white cushion appeared under the head's body, and she sat cross-legged on it. Li Su, I haven't taught you anything these years. If you have any doubts about cultivation these days, feel free to ask me. Master said. Master, I happen to have some questions. Hearing what the headmaster said, Li Su was not polite. All of a sudden, I asked on some questions. These questions are not about cultivation. He doesn't have to worry about own cultivation, it's about some techniques. The cultivation base of the cultivators is the foundation, and the high cultivation base is the key. Techniques are some specialized means of combat. In the battle of cultivating immortals, magic treasures, spells, talismans, etc., can all be used in combat methods. Li Su's system has been rewarding Li Su with cultivation base. After all, cultivation base is the foundation. A gold core stage cultivator, even without any magic treasures and spells, crushing a foundation establishment stage cultivator is not easy. However, powerful spells can indeed improve combat effectiveness. The system does not reward, but Li Su learned some by himself. He's just poor in spiritual roots, but not bad in perception. It's still quick to learn. However, there will be some doubts about advanced techniques. In this way, Li Su's question is a day. The master also spoke patiently for a day. Thank you, master. Li Su, improving the cultivation base is fundamental. Do you have any doubts about cultivation? Asked the master. You don't have to worry about cultivating, master. Master, let me tell you a secret. Li Su mysteriously approached the master. The boss smells really good, and it's a very light fragrance. This is a real deodorant, and you can usually only smell it if you get close enough. This is the first time Li Su smells it. The master turned his head and looked at Li Su with bright eyes. Li Su released his breath of own. Master, look, I've reached the 3rd level of gold core. Soon, before the battle, Li Su looked a little excited. This time, Li Su deciphered this killing formation a little more. From behind, the headmaster's eyes fell on Li Su from time to time. Even though 3 days had passed, the leader still felt a little unbelievable. Li Su's entry may not be too fast. If it weren't for the incomparably pure aura on Li Su's body, Li Su would have shown his gold core more than 10 years ago when he had just broken through the gold core. The head of the sect will wonder if Li Su also used devil cultivator's means. Go astray. But Li Su didn't. The head is also worried about whether Li Su will use some means like recovering tonic. But from what she knew, neither. This kind of means, the woman is human cauldron, it is easy to see. In other words, Li Su has reached the 3rd floor of gold core in a dignified manner. But how many years has it been? It has been less than 5 years since the last gold core 2nd floor. This is the 3rd level of gold core. This speed is really scary. She was wondering, how did Li Su cultivate? At this moment, Li Su stretched out his hand and brought the storage bag back. Then, Li Su took out the slate. The slate had dimmed. Li Su dripped the blood again to activate it. Boy, good method. After a while, words appeared on the slate. Now tell me the situation of the Heavenly Devil Palace, one by one. I have already destroyed half of the passage. If I am not satisfied, I can destroy the other half at any time. Li Su didn't talk nonsense with each other. This devil cultivator is powerful, and he is not an idiot. After being left alone by Li Su for a few days, he should be able to recognize the reality. He really had no choice. Master, you can't believe everything this guy says. An hour later, Li Su's voice sounded. The other party revealed a lot of information about the Heavenly Devil Palace. This devil cultivator is indeed cunning. This guy speculated that the devil cultivator in the Palace of Heavenly Devil may have found this area and is a threat to Li Su. So, this guy is happy to portray the power of the Heavenly Devil Palace. Boy, the Heavenly Devil Palace thinks that this old man is dead, so they came here for the holy decree. You let this old man out, and this old man will help you deal with the Heavenly Devil Palace. If you don't believe this old man, we can make a blood oath. The old man can also give you the authentic Devil Dao inheritance. At least it will allow you to achieve nascent soul, the one named Bai. The old man just used some garbage with great hidden dangers to dismiss him. This devil cultivator said last. Judging from the description of this devil cultivator, the Palace of Heavenly Devil is extremely powerful. There is more than one nascent soul cultivator inside. The 3 holy maidens in the Heavenly Devil Palace were all gold core stage powerhouses before he was trapped. One of them has even reached the gold core late stage. After so many years, the other party has a certain possibility of breaking through nascent soul. This holy maiden is the strongest holy maiden in the Palace of Heavenly Devil, named Yu Yu. When Yu Yu cast a spell, she did have a moon mark on her forehead, but she didn't like to wear black clothes, but silver and white clothes. As for the Holy Order, it is related to an extremely mysterious place. It is said that only those who have the Holy Order can enter it every 500 years. Now, it is almost time to enter again. Devil Cultivator didn't say the specific time, but Li Su estimated that it should be at least a few decades, and at most 100 years. Li Su speculates that since the captured devil cultivator in Feishenzong has so much confidence in the Holy Maiden of the Heavenly Devil Palace, the Holy Maiden of the Heavenly Devil Palace that may come in the future should be the Yuyue Holy Maiden. According to Li Su's guess from his words, the time that devil cultivator was trapped should be more than 300 years. More than 300 years have passed, Yuyue is the worst, and should have the peak gold core. If you plan for the worst, Yuyue is very likely to reach the nascent soul stage. Li Su, destroy this channel, Master said. It seems that after getting the news, she is going to trap this devil cultivator to death here. This devil cultivator knows so much, and he still has the sacred order in his hand. This guy's previous strength is 100% above nascent soul. Master, I don't need it for now, I'm going to study this killing array. Li Su said, do you still understand formation? The headman looked at him, know a thing or two. Okay, then you can study it, be careful, don't accidentally let him out, I'm going back to closed-door training. Okay, Master, it seems that the head of the sect is focused on getting to the nascent soul stage. The Master left. Li Su stayed and continued to study the killing array. A month later, Li Su returned to the Li Mansion. The news of Devil Cultivator's appearance has already spread. This made many immortal cultivators nervous. In the Los Angeles area, many Shuxian families and rogue cultivators came. Some cultivating families have moved to the vicinity of Feishenzong, but there are also many cultivating families who have moved to Los Angeles. Those who married their daughters to Li Su basically moved to Los Angeles. This also made Los Angeles extremely lively. The chances of people in Los Angeles to see the immortal have also been greatly improved. There are also more nuns who want to marry Li Su. In the next few years, it was uneventful, and there was no devil cultivator again. From this point of view, the Palace of Heavenly Devil should indeed cast a wide net, and did not lock the specific location of this holy decree. A few years later, on this day, Li Su Ying came with very good news. There are descendants of spiritual roots, and finally breakthrough.